The $999 autonomous driving illusion, comma.ai versus viral marketing hype. Scroll through TikTok, Instagram Reels, or YouTube Shorts long enough, and you will eventually hit a video that looks like pure magic. A driver sits in a 2018 Toyota Corolla, hands completely off the wheel, feet away from the pedals, while the car smoothly navigates a complex highway curve. The caption blares a headline engineered for maximum virality: "How I turned my cheap commuter car into a self-driving Tesla for under $1,000 using comma.ai." The comments section immediately erupts into a war zone. Half the viewers are shouting that it is fake, dangerous, or a tragic accident waiting to happen. The other half are begging for a product link, ready to drop their credit card numbers to escape the daily misery of their morning commute. It is the perfect piece of modern internet hype. It takes a real, revolutionary technological breakthrough and covers it in a thick layer of marketing slop, misattributed branding, and dangerously exaggerated capabilities. If you look past the sensationalized editing, there is an incredible engineering story here. The hardware in that video is real. The software controlling the vehicle is real. The sub-$1,000 price point is remarkably close to reality. But almost every single operational detail the viral video claims is fundamentally wrong. Today, we are stripping away the creator economy exaggeration and conducting an architectural autopsy on this technology. We are tracking down the real hardware, diving deep into the open source codebase powering it, and mapping out the precise engineering constraints that dictate what this system can actually do when it hits the pavement. To understand what is happening under the hood, we first have to clean up the misinformation left behind by the viral algorithm. First, let us kill the ghost brand. There is no such company as comma.ai making this device. The hardware caught on camera is the comma.4, engineered and manufactured by an actual player in the machine learning space called comma.ai. Founded by George Hotz, a developer legendary for being the first person to carrier unlock the original iPhone and reverse engineer the PlayStation 3, comma.ai has spent years taking a completely unorthodox approach to vision-based driver assistance. The comma.4 is a specialized dev kit wrapped in a consumer-friendly enclosure. It mounts to your windshield right below your rearview mirror, packed with high-resolution cameras, an infrared driver monitoring system, and enough localized compute power to run heavy deep learning models in real time. The retail price for the baseline unit sits right around $999. But a specialized compute block is useless without code. That brings us to the second correction: the software. It isn't a proprietary, locked-down corporate ecosystem. The vehicle is being steered by openpilot, an open-source advanced driver assistance system actively maintained on GitHub. Anyone can inspect the code, fork the repository, or contribute to its development. The third myth is the universal compatibility lie. Viral creators love to claim that this setup works on any vehicle with a digital screen built after 2016. That is flatly false. The openpilot ecosystem currently supports over 325 vehicle models spanning 27 different brands, including volume manufacturers like Toyota, Honda, Hyundai, Kia, Ford, and Volkswagen. However, integration is not a universal blanket. It depends entirely on the precise model year, the country of origin, and, crucially, the exact trim level. If your car lacks specific factory electronic control units, or if its steering rack cannot accept digital commands over the vehicle's internal network, the comma.4 is nothing more than an expensive windshield ornament. How does a third-party piece of glass and silicon actually take physical control of a massive piece of heavy machinery? To understand the engineering, you have to look at how modern cars talk to themselves. Every modern vehicle uses a controller area network, or CAN, bus. Think of the CAN bus as an internal local area network where different computers in your car send messages to each other. When your factory radar cruise control detects a car slowing down ahead, it sends a digital packet across the CAN bus telling the electronic braking module to apply pressure. When a lane keep assist system sees you drifting, it sends a packet to the electronic power steering motor to apply torque to the wheel. The comma.4 operates by intercepting and injecting these messages. When you install the device, you don't just plug it into a cigarette lighter. You use a vehicle-specific wiring harness to tap directly into the car's existing forward-facing camera system or its diagnostic ports. The comma 4 effectively places itself as a man in the middle on the CAN bus. It intercepts the raw data coming from the vehicle's factory sensors, processes the environment through its own advanced wide-angle cameras, calculates the optimal path forward using its internal machine learning models, and then injects custom steering and acceleration commands back into the CAN bus. To your car's electronic steering rack, the incoming digital commands look exactly like they are coming from the factory safety systems. The car has no idea an open-source GitHub repository is pulling the strings. This architecture explains why community adoption varies wildly between brands. Vehicles from Toyota and the Hyundai Kia group are highly celebrated within the openpilot community. Why? Because their factory electronic power steering racks allow for high lateral control torque. They allow the software to command sharp, decisive turns through complex intersections or winding mountain roads. Conversely, companies like Honda often implement strict hardware limitations on how much torque can be digitally commanded through the steering system. On a Honda, if a curve is too sharp, the software hits a hard physical limit built into the steering rack, requiring the human driver to manually assist the turn. It is a stark reminder that software is always bound by the physical reality of the donor vehicle's manufacturing. This brings us to the most dangerous lie circulating in the viral ecosystem, the claim that $1,000 turns your commuter sedan into an autonomous, self-driving machine capable of navigating the world while you take a nap. In the engineering world, automated driving is strictly classified by the Society of Automotive Engineers across a scale from level 0 to level 5. Level 5 is the holy grail, a vehicle with no steering wheel that can drive anywhere, in any weather, with no human intervention. Level 0 is a completely manual car. The openpilot system, despite its incredible capabilities, is firmly classified as a Level 2 advanced driver assistance system. Let us break down what Level 2 actually means under real-world operating conditions. A Level 2 system can simultaneously handle lateral control, which is steering and lane centering, and longitudinal control, which is acceleration and braking. When you engage openpilot on a highway, it will accurately track the lane lines, calculate a smooth path through curves, and maintain a safe following distance from the vehicle ahead, matching its speed perfectly. But here is the critical engineering constraint. A Level 2 system carries zero legal or operational liability for the driving task. The human sitting in the driver's seat remains the primary operator of the vehicle. You are not a passenger. You are a supervisor. You must remain completely attentive. Eyes on the road, hands ready to take physical control of the wheel at a millisecond's notice. The viral video compares this setup to a fully autonomous robotaxi. But the accurate comparison is to Tesla's supervised full self-driving, or General Motors' Super Cruise. Even Tesla's highly publicized system requires active human supervision. It can handle astonishingly complex maneuvers, but it can still misinterpret a construction zone, misjudge a faded lane marking, or fail to see a dropped piece of cargo on the highway. If openpilot encounters a scenario its neural networks cannot confidently resolve, it will emit an audible alert and immediately hand control back to the driver. If you are distracted, looking at your phone, or recording a video for social media when that handoff occurs, the result can be catastrophic. If we accept the reality that this is a supervised Level 2 system, we can accurately evaluate the actual economics of building one. Is it truly a $999 upgrade? The short answer is almost, but not quite. While the comma 4 device itself sits at that $999 baseline, you cannot simply take it out of the box and slap it onto your windshield. You have to buy the vehicle-specific harness, which typically adds around $200 to the total bill. This harness is the physical bridge that connects the device to your car's specific internal camera connectors. When you factor in shipping, taxes, and specialized mounting hardware, the actual out-of-pocket cost for a DIY deployment lands closer to $200 or $1,300. When you compare that real cost against the broader automotive market, the value proposition remains staggering. To get a comparable level of advanced driver assistance from a factory dealership, you often have to select the highest tier technology package, which can easily add $3,000 to $5,000 to the price of a new vehicle. In the case of Tesla, purchasing their supervised full self-driving capability as a software add-on can cost thousands of dollars up front, or require a recurring monthly subscription fee. Furthermore, comma.ai's hardware approach brings an unprecedented level of modularity to car ownership. If you buy a factory driver assist package on a lease vehicle, that technology is permanently tied to that specific chassis. When you trade the car in, that investment vanishes. With the Comma 4, if you decide to sell your Toyota Corolla and buy a compatible Hyundai Ioniq, you don't throw away the computer. You simply unmount the device from the windshield, buy a new $200 wiring harness specific to your new vehicle, flash the updated vehicle profiles, and move your entire advanced driver assistance setup over to your new car. The true secret weapon of this technology, and the reason it has sustained a passionate global user base for years without massive corporate advertising budgets, is its open-source architecture. When you purchase a vehicle from a legacy automaker, the software running your adaptive cruise control is completely frozen in time. The code written the day that car rolled off the assembly line is likely the exact same code that will be running when the vehicle is crushed in a scrapyard a decade later. Legacy OEMs are notoriously terrified of pushing over-the-air updates to critical control loops. The openpilot ecosystem operates like a cutting-edge software technology firm. The main repository on GitHub receives constant updates, optimization passes, and safety refinements from both core engineering teams and independent contributors worldwide. Every mile driven by thousands of users across the globe provides anonymized vision data that helps train increasingly sophisticated machine learning models, improving the system's ability to handle edge cases like fading lane lines, driving rain, or intense night glare. But the real magic happens in the world of community forks. Because the software is open, users aren't restricted to the official release channel. If the stock software is too conservative for your daily commute, you can jump onto GitHub and find highly popular, community-maintained forks of openpilot. These custom versions are created by independent developers who modify the baseline code to unlock experimental features. Some forks introduce advanced stoplight and stop sign handling. Others tweak the acceleration curves to make stop-and-go traffic feel less jerky, or modify the driver monitoring sensitivity to better accommodate drivers wearing specific types of sunglasses. Many forks are built to optimize performance for specific car brands, implementing custom logic that maximizes the torque output of specific steering racks. It turns vehicle ownership into a collaborative, decentralized engineering project. Operating an advanced, community-driven control loop on public roads requires a massive safety net. In the openpilot architecture, that net is a highly sophisticated, infrared-driven face and eye tracking system. When you mount the Comma hardware, one of its cameras is aimed directly backward, pointing straight at the driver's face. Even in pitch-black driving conditions, infrared emitters illuminate your eyes. The localized neural networks are constantly analyzing your face to determine your exact level of attentiveness. It calculates where your eyes are looking, how long your head has been turned away from the road ahead, and whether your eyelids are dropping due to fatigue. This implementation highlights a fascinating irony in the driver assistance industry. Many Tesla owners frequently complain about the steering wheel torque requirement, colloquially known as the steering wheel nag. To prove you are paying attention to a Tesla running autopilot, you must periodically apply physical resistance to the steering wheel, even if you are staring straight ahead at the road. This can feel clunky, artificial, and frustrating during long highway cruises. The Comma system doesn't care if your hands are lightly resting on your lap, provided your eyes are locked on the road ahead. If you look down at your center console to adjust the radio, or look out the side window to check scenery, the device notes the distraction. Within seconds, it will emit a sharp, progressive series of audible alerts. If you do not immediately return your eyes to the road, the system will initiate an emergency disengagement, stepping down the throttle and forcing you to take over manual control. It is a highly effective engineering solution to the problem of automation complacency. When a driver assist system is exceptionally smooth, humans naturally tend to tune out and trust the machine too much. By strictly enforcing visual attention via infrared tracking, openpilot creates a symbiotic relationship. The machine handles the exhausting, repetitive micro-corrections of lane centering and distance tracking, while the human brain provides the high-level cognitive supervision required to navigate a chaotic world safely. When we strip away the hyperactive editing, the misleading captions, and the fabricated company names of viral social media marketing, what are we actually left with? We are left with one of the most compelling, disruptive consumer engineering projects of the modern era. The idea that a driver can spend roughly $1,200, follow a straightforward installation guide, and equip a standard everyday commuter vehicle with high-grade vision-based lane centering and adaptive cruise control is an astonishing reality. It is a technology that significantly reduces cognitive fatigue during grueling road trips, turns gridlocked highway traffic from a stressful ordeal into a manageable baseline experience, and showcases the incredible power of open-source development in an industry typically dominated by multi-billion-dollar corporate silos. But it is not magic. It does not turn your car into a driverless robotaxi. It does not allow you to check out, text your friends, or take a nap in the back seat. It is a highly advanced Level 2 co-pilot that requires a focused, responsible human partner to operate safely. The next time a viral video across your feed promises an overnight autonomous revolution for a handful of pocket change, look past the hype. Check the official compatibility lists, read the GitHub documentation guides, understand the mechanical limitations of your car's steering rack, and appreciate the technology for what it actually is, an incredible community-driven piece of consumer engineering that is changing the way we interact with our vehicles, one line of code at a time.